Now say blessings and greetings, my angels. Welcome to this general mid-month update. When it comes to love, I will be posting several mid-month love readings for you as we end our energies for the month of August. As always, please share, like, and comment. If this is your first time to the channel, don't let it be the last. Please hit the subscribe button. I do introductions, and then I also have timestamps if you wish to bypass this, so you can get right to the reading. Cause of blessing prayed for, especially in love readings. They are general. The energies can always alter and change because we all have free will. Okay, let's see what the messages are and where this particular love reading is guiding us. Please enjoy the rest of the mid-month content that I will be uploading during the course of this week. Especially in love, there'll be a lot of love readings over the weekend. We're starting out, so I can get an idea of where we're going with this particular reading. Some of you, when it comes to love, your hands are tied, or you feel like you ran out of options. You've been in struggles, you've been combative, people have worked against you, partners have betrayed you, some of them have stopped you from dreaming, and you just kind of given up and lost all to your relationships. Sometimes, Sagittarius, we can love very, very hard to the detriment of our own happiness. And for a lot of Sagis, that happens, unfortunately, more times than not, because we are so loving and kind. For this particular ending cycle in the month of August, though, we can't blame it on third parties. I don't see that any of you can necessarily blame what you're going through currently through third parties. I don't sense that there's an energy that there are outside influences creating havoc in your relationship. A lot of it has to do with the fact on the leadership of your relationship. Who is in charge? Who is pulling the strings? If you're in a relationship where it is very dominating, or your partner is very controlling and you're very submissive to your partner, then that is not a partnership. Because you shouldn't be submissive to anyone. If anything, you are to work and love together. It should be 50-50. There should be an equal balance. Many of you are living in relationships where the energies are so far off. They are very controlled that one of you is definitely left out in the cold. So while one person is calling all the shots and manifesting, and maybe they're doing great and their spirit is great, you, on the other hand, feel left out in the cold. You know what this type of relationships, just to give you an example, it may not be your story, but it is someone's story. A relationship where the wife or husband, it could be a male Sag, sacrifices their dreams, their careers, so that their spouse can finish school, so their spouse can be a doctor, so their spouse can pass the bar. We've heard these stories time and time again. Spouses sacrifice their relationships and what they want for life so that their partner can progress. So their partner, especially when we feel it's a male partner, right? Because a lot of people still hold on to those old time way of thinking that the men should be the leader in the home. The man should be the one to be the breadwinner. And people who still subscribe to that, women will be submissive and be the homemaker and just give all the accolades and give all the strength and, leadership to the husband. So, and when you do that, you leave yourself open to be out in the cold, because decisions are being made in your home. Decisions are being made for your life and your children's life without your input. So some of you could be in a situation where you feel either you've lost control, or the control that you gave up, the sacrifice that you made that you thought was going to better the relationship, has turned out to be a nightmare. Because sometimes your partner can take it in an abusive way and use that to control you. When we sacrifice for our partners so that we can have a better life and that they can have a better life, that is what the outcome should be. It shouldn't be that it becomes that we end up out in the cold without a roof over our head, without any money, without any education, without a career of our own. So when you sign up to be in relationships and one of you are not as strong as the other, or one of you is more of a breadwinner, you have to be careful of how you achieve that balance of wealth and what that wealth looks like to that relationship. And keep in mind that if you part ways, who gets what? Who is left with what? No one wants to put time into a relationship and not come out as whole as they went in. So when you find yourselves in these type of situations, you have to regain your strength and you have to take back your leadership. Because there's no way that Sagittarius should ever be out in the cold. Not as beautiful, and not as strong and as talented as we are. A lot of you will be called this month to finally to make a change when it comes to your relationship and what you sacrifice, and to stop being so humble. Because your humbleness, you're humble to a point that you're going to be on the losing end. Some of you have partners that are planning a life that might not include you in it. You've been very patient with them. You sacrifice for them. But in the long run, some of them don't have you in their plans. This might not be your forever lover. This might not be your forever partner. There is someone else coming in. The changes that are going to happen in your relationship with your current partner that is trying to evolve or is growing apart from you are going to happen very unexpectedly and very swiftly. You're seeing the signs of it now because you're restless, you feel confused, you feel lost. Again, feeling out in the cold, like they're not including you in everything. You feel like they're doing a lot of things and making a lot of decisions without you. The King of Wands in reverse. Again, not giving you any power or leadership, not letting you have a voice and opinion, really kind of stripping you of your energies in this relationship. Oh, we're going to fly out. But the universe quickly just shoved out for me and for you a reminder that you, Sagi, you have everything that you need. You will always have everything that you need to grow out of or grow within a relationship, to leave with a relationship, or to stay and work with it. But whatever it is that you need to do at any given particular time in your life, Sagi, you are able and you have the tools to do it. You just have to wake up out of whatever little sleep that you're in right now. Because some of you, I think I don't feel like they bullied you, but they definitely have weakened your spirit and your energy to fight. Rescue. Some of you feel like you need to be rescued from this relationship, or your heart is saddened that you felt like you sacrificed so much for this person and they really don't have the best interest for you. Creativity. The universe is reminding you with the Magician card, now with the Creativity card, Sagittarius, you don't need to rely on somebody else. You don't need anyone to lift you up. You have it all by yourself. Wow, abandoned, yes. Another confirmation. They're going to leave you in the cold, or they've already given you hints, or you've gotten the sense and feeling, and they're treating you like they've abandoned you. Baggage. I'm taking this baggage energy two ways. One, that they see you now like you're a burden, you're your extra baggage, because maybe, you know, they're getting ready to graduate. Maybe they built this big business and, you know, they're at the plateau of their career, like, you know, and they have the attitude of like who they think they are, like you're beneath them. So I see them looking at you like you're extra weight for them. And also the baggage showing luggage. They're moving, they're traveling, they're living life. And their plans in the future do not include you. On the bottom of the deck, dolphin spirit. Like the dolphin, you have to be able to dive deep into the waters and be free. Dolphins are a very free spirit. They're very loving, caring animals, and that is your spirit as well. But you need to be free, and you're not free in this relationship because it's like you're being ruled. We get the message of embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Work on your emotions. Don't let your emotions on how you felt about this person in the past and why you sacrificed so much for them force you to stay in a relationship in which you are out in the cold and this person has no regard for you. You have to go with your emotions on how it pertains to how you feel now and how they're treating you now. Not how they treated you in the past. How are they treating you now? Spend some quality time together. It is imperative that you spend quality time together by listening and talking to each other. If you choose to stay, or if you want to give it that one more college try to bring this relationship back to what you fantasized it to be initially, you can do so. But if they're not willing to talk, if they're forcefully showing you that you are out, that they have no real romantic guard, they might just look at you as the mother of their child, they might just look at you as a homemaker, their past sweetheart, then don't force the conversation. We get in the reverse, be authentic to who you are. So that is showing me that you're not being authentic to who you are, being in the reverse. And we get the heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. Thank you, angels in the universe, for saying that and showing that, because there's a Sagittarius out there that is living in la la land, trusting this partner, trusting this spouse, and this person is moving on slowly away from them, or has moved on. They might be there physically, but emotionally and everything else, they've signed off a long time ago. Some of them are very blatant. They'll show you they have no interest. Others, again, they'll play mind games and gaslight you, especially if they're narcissistic. We also get the message, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. Why are you allowing this person to walk over you? Why are you allowing this person to control you, to lie to you, to use you, to waste your time? Someone misses you from your past that is thinking of you. That could be possibly, potentially, maybe someone who might be trying to come back in. Close your eyes, Sagittarius, and tell yourself that you deserve to be happy and joyful. You can allow this joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Don't give up. Don't let this person steal your joy. I don't care how many years you've been with them, how much you love them, all the plans and dreams that you had with them, how many children you have with them. You have to deal with reality. You have to deal with how you truly feel. And if you feel abandoned, if you feel left alone, if you feel out in the cold, if you feel like you've been lied to and betrayed, that is not the life that you deserve, nor the one that you should live. As we're coming near to a close, from my deck, we get karma's a bitch and they're getting theirs. Someone who hurt you in the past is getting theirs from hurting you. And this could also be a future sign, this energy, that yes, this person has done a lot of stuff behind your back that you're not aware of, but their time will come. In the middle of the deck, you can't have it all. Many of you are staying in relationships because either you feel stuck or you feel committed. And you're allowing them to have it all. And they can't. They can't have this life on the side and have you and mislead you and misguide you. Let's go to 3 more decks before we close. Give it a shot. Risk. Many of you are taking a risk staying in this relationship or trying to work it out with this person. But if that's what you choose to do, that is your personal decision. Proceed with caution. Some of you, if you choose to stay or leave the relationship, make sure that you have everything aligned. Baby, I'm my own boss. I feel that this is the energy strongly of your person, letting you know, like, you can't tell them what to do. They're going to do what they want to do, with whom they want to do it, and how they want to do it. And this is the energy you too, Sagittarius, must now gain back. You too must be your own boss again. In the middle of the deck, we get Chaser. This is you. This is the energy of you chasing them. Stop chasing people that don't want to be with you. If someone wants to be with you, you'll never have to chase them. They'll be holding your hands. And at the bottom of the deck, avoid toxic situations. If you're with someone that is not loving you, the love is not, equally distributed both ways. Somebody is controlling, someone's demanding. It's all about their life and nothing about yours. That is not a genuine love relationship. Feelings of excitement. There are going to be moments that you're going to feel excited as you finally wake up that you want to leave this relationship and that you really recognize the relationship no longer works for you. Positive communication in the near future. There is going to be positive communication in the near future, but it will not be with this person. I think that is coming from the energy of the new person that you will talk to. Look at this. Open your heart to new beginnings. Yeah. Don't stay. We have this, again, we're optimistic to a fault. We're committed to people, but we're committed to them to a fault. Don't stay in relationships longer than you have to. You're just dragging out the inevitable. You're making the pain be longer and the suffering. When it's time to go, it's time to go. Bow out gracefully and be strong and hold your head up high, because that one door closing, we know the other door is going to be open, so don't be afraid. At the bottom, we get disorder, confusion, and turmoil. That is what this relationship is bringing you. This is what you're going through. So I would go with the sense of excitement, being happy of what life can look like, you being single or being out on your own again, you regaining your strength and energy, you living for you going back to school, you working towards your career, rather than sacrificing it all for a partner who now, once they reach those accolades, once they reach, those accomplishments, now have no need for you. In closing, wow, listen, I said it and so it came out. This is the end. This is the end. If you've been crying over it, losing sleep over it, asking your spirit guides about it, this reading right here has confirmed it. So this reading, and to summarize it, is for someone who is in a relationship where they sacrificed a lot so that their partner could live, so their partner could have a great career. You did this because you thought by doing that as their partner, as their spouse, it was going to benefit you and the family as a unit if you have children. You never thought that by them becoming successful, by them getting their degree, by them being independent and being a big business owner, that it was going to take away from the family. It was going to take away from the idea of the home and the life and the love and the relationship that you had from the very beginning. But too many times, often than not, this happens. And when you find you're out in the cold, when you find that you have sacrificed your life, your being, everything that you want to be, your purpose for another person, and they are now acting shady, get out of that situation. You don't need them to run your life. You don't need them to tell you what to do. You don't need them to keep you in the dark. You've got too much potential. You've got dreams of your own. You have too much talent and skills. And you have a universe and a God and angels that are watching you and governing you and will protect you. So don't be afraid to venture out into your own, because really right now you're on your own. That person might be there physically, if they're even still there living with you, because in some cases they just move out altogether with the energy of abandonment that came out in the reading. They'll abandon you. They don't care at that point how you're living or where you're living. Start caring about you, Sagittarius. Step up and regain your strength, regain your leadership, and fight for you now. You fought for them. Now it's time to fight for you. Let's see what else. Ooh. Teaching others. One way you can help is by teaching others that may be going through this or might go through this in the future. That's a great way to heal from situations like this. Building a team with the energy of 3. Getting the help that you need, whether it's spiritually, physically, or financially. Putting your producer hat on. Again, you have the skill and talents, but you let your partner kind of sit you in the corner and you've put all your focus on them and their dreams when you had great dreams that you could have manifested as well. This is the time now to tap back into that energy. It's time also for many of you to focus on your health and your wellness, because again, a lot of you have gone through a lot of spiritual and emotional torment. So before you can really get yourself back physically, emotionally, and spiritually, you need to deal with matters. And then finally, time to travel. Travel is associated with Sagittarius with the energy of 7. Maybe some of you should plan a trip within the next 7 days, 7 weeks, or 7 months. Along your travel, you never know, you might come upon great business ideas, great networking, even a new partner, right? Because we do feel the energy of a new partner coming into play. But Sagittarius, it is time for you to open up your eyes and to release yourself from relationships or partnerships with people that you are no longer regarded to as a partner. You've uplifted someone else. They've kind of spread their wings and flew. Now it is your time to work on you to be who you were destined to be. It is time for Sagi to be Sagi. Love Sagi, live in Sagi's truth, and obtain your dreams and goals. It is never too late. Especially in love. Because the more you love yourself, the more of opportunity there is for others to come to love you. May this reading be a blessing unto someone who is going through this or knows someone that's going through this. Even if they're not Sagittarius, this could be a blessing of a reading that you can give to a friend or a family member or a co-worker that is going through this situation, to remind them that they are a being, they have a purpose. They have a right to be loved and to love, and also to live a life. No one should be just cast aside and abandoned, especially after you've helped to uplift them. Be blessed, my angels. Namaste.